Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters Plus 1.16.5. So, in this episode, we're going to be opening up all of the raffle crates that I have gotten through going through so many of these raffle vaults. Essentially, every single one of these guys will give us a raffle boss crate, which will have some goodies in it, maybe an artifact, but we're going to get 100 of these guys, and we're going to see just exactly what you can expect from an average one, and what you can expect from an above average one, as well as just what you wish you could get from the craziest one possible. So it's not going to be able to become a speedrun for this vault, because we've taken too long already. As you can see from the timer in the bottom left, it is already not golden anymore. And that's because last episode we got a really good speedrun time of 34 seconds, which honestly, if you want to check that out, how we did that, then make sure to go watch that video, because if y'all haven't, it was kind of nice. We ran a bunch of these guys, and we're able to get a bunch of stuff taken care of, and now I just need to finish up and gather the rest of these boss crates so that we can just unbox 100 of them and see exactly what we'll get. So I'll see you guys right after I finish this vault. Okay, so we've gotten all 100 of the ones that we needed, so now we are going to be just kind of putting them down somewhere. I think our roof is good. So I'm just gonna be getting all these guys down and taken care of, and then we're gonna be going through them, not one by one because that would take way too long, but we are going to be pooling everything, and then essentially just getting the data from that, because that will give us a good percentage. Literally based on the exact number of items, we'll be able to tell how many you can expect to get per crate. Of course, there will be some outliers as this isn't the biggest sample size, but it should be able to give us a good idea of what the data is. If you like to see these kinds of videos, data-oriented stuff, then make sure to subscribe, but I also do other just stupid things because I feel like it. So if you want to see that as well, just make sure to subscribe, and if you really, really enjoy it and want to support me, you can always become a YouTube member as well. But subscribing, liking, and commenting down below is going to be the best and easiest way to support me, and I'd really appreciate it. So, now let's go through every single one of these guys and get everything taken out and put into this backpack so that we can analyze the data. I gotta first turn off all these guys so they don't interfere with anything. And now what we'll do is we'll turn on pick up all. And now let's see. What will we get? Okay, well that took way too long. All these guys are donezoed. They are finished. They're empty. So we're gonna get rid of all of them. They're just gonna go directly into here. Just gonna get all those guys in there. This is where all the vault gear is. So out of all these guys, I don't remember the exact. What's the number? Essentially, we have 5 full crates full of boots. You're gonna get on average three pieces of vault gear per crate that you open, though. But you have a 22% chance to get a Mystery Vault Stew, and 15% to get a Paxel Charm. You also have a very small chance for a bunch of other stuff as well, which is gonna give me 1 second. I gotta get a dank to showcase some of the stuff because we just have way too much. So out of all those guys, you also have what seems like 3 in 100 chance, so like a 3% chance to get a Paxel, and a 5% chance, 7% chance to get a Vault Pearl. You also have so this is a level 200 Vault. You essentially will end up getting between like 14 Vault Silver on average per one as well. So let's get those guys into here, because it's going to take us a while to get through all the stuff. I'm not going to take the time to like write it all down, because that would take way, way too long. but we're going to just chuck that in there. You will also end up getting 9, 10, 11. Let me just give me 1 second. So you get 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34. So you have a 34% chance to get a Vault Catalyst. And you also will have a almost 100% chance to get one piece of Catalyst Fragment. Of course, not going to say it's completely 100% chance because, you know, sometimes the fragments, you will get a couple of them, sometimes you'll get nothing. Again, this is out of 100, so the data is not going to be perfect, but it can be close at least. You are also very likely to get a bunch of Bottles of Enchanting, so I believe that the number, we'll find out in 1 second the exact number, you're probably going to get between 14 and 15 Bottles of Enchanting per one as well, which is pretty good. It also looks like for Vault Dust and Vault Ingot, or Vault Nuggets, you are going to get, let's see, you're going to get Vault Dust 66% of the time, and Vault Nuggets 33% of the time, or 32% of the time. Very, very similar, except for one's half of what the other one is. And then for the rest of the stuff, we'll go through. You're likely to get a Choice Flask, approximately 12% of the time, which honestly isn't terrible for Choice Flasks, because they're very, very useful. And you're likely to get those guys that amount of the time, you know, 12% of the time, which isn't crazy. I mean, it's nothing insane, but again, I mean, I guess sometimes you'd prefer some other stuff, especially when it comes to like Vault Gear. Most people would prefer like Vault Gear versus anything else pretty much, but of course you can end up getting stuff. You have a 5% chance of getting a weak Vault Magnet. And supposedly you have a 5% chance of getting an artifact. We got 2 artifacts out of 100 crates. So it looks like 2% from what we ended up getting. So maybe we got unlucky. Maybe the stats, or the 5% stat is wrong. I don't know. For the rest of these guys that we have more than a stack of items for, it looks like you'll end up getting between 2 and 3 of each of the Star Essence, and between 1 and 2 Skill Essence. Also, you're likely to get a couple Vault Burgers between 1 and 4 per crate as well, and about between 2 and 3 Wu-Tech Shards as well. Then all of the burger ingredients you're likely to get between 1 and 2 again, most likely towards the 1, but you know, same with the kiwis, same with the hardy apples, the mod boxes. Mystery boxes, you're likely to get 1, maybe 2. Wu-Tech crystals, you have about a 65% chance of getting them. Now, scraps, you're likely to get 1 or 2. Same with the candy bars, you're likely to get around 1. Vault scrap, you're likely to get them about half of the time. And then same with Vault Essence. And then acceleration chips are 30% of the time. Phantom Membrane 26% of the time. Echo Gems 28%. Same with Eternal Souls. And then 22% of the time you'll get Nautilus Shells. You're likely to get an unidentified artifact 64% of the time. And then you are also likely to get a Strong Magnet Core 19% of the time. A Key Piece 4% of the time. Pandora's Box 14%. Overgrowth Seed 6%. Another Star 8%. Heart of Diamond 7%, and then a statue 5% of the time. So, those are all relatively low from what it was looking like, but you also have a percentage chance to get artifacts, which is good, and that's really what we were after. So, honestly, the stats, while not being ideal, they weren't terrible either, so I'm not really upset, you know? But we ended up getting pretty much what we wanted, in that we got ourselves some artifacts. So let's roll them. Let's see if we got any dupes. 1, 2, and not a dupe, and not a dupe. Okay, we have 12 of the 25 total artifacts completed. So now all we need to do is go through and We have 64 unidentified relics, so we'll go through all these guys. And that's going to be the end of this episode, so I will see you guys in the next one. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!